What's up, guys? This is your boy That Black Oni coming to you guys today with 3 free-to-play games, and I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, please tell me down below the reason why you did not like this. And also, if you are interested in being on the podcast of That Black Oni that is also on BigChew, that I also will be debuting on YouTube as well, just leave a comment down below. I will actually be giving out a number in which I will be doing gaming debates and actual talks with, and I will have random people that I actually choose out of that drawing. So if you would like to actually be on That Black Oni show, just let me know. All right, let's get started with the free-to-play games. I want to start off with actually letting you guys know that these free-to-play games sometimes are a win. There are a diamond in the rough. And then other games that you have that are free to play are literally what you pay for, and which is nothing. So let's get started. All right, so with the first game that we are watching right now, this game right here is called Warface. The one thing actually about Warface is it is a tactical shooter similar to Call of Duty. One thing that is a little bit different than this is all of the little different tags that you have and all of that. Definitely when it comes to evil villains, what they have with the outlines of bad guys and all of that as well. Something I wasn't expecting. It was like a little bit too similar. You couldn't just run up and say, oh, okay, that's a bad guy. It's kind of like the new Call of Duties that we've been experiencing, where you can mark out a bad guy instead of being able to tell just by looks. So with that being said, though, the game does have similarities, like I've said before, but it also has a different type of feel to it. I really can't put my finger on it what it is. Maybe someone out there knows exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to this game. I played this game on the PS4. Like I said, take it what you will as a grain of salt, that this game right here actually was pretty decent for what it was. Like, as long as you had one person who survived, you were good. Like, as long as they made it to that checkpoint. Like I said, one person could literally carry the team if the team wasn't doing so hot. And I thought that that was actually a pretty cool setup in itself. I thought that the game had a lot of energy to it. I thought the game was like just presented very nicely. Now, mind you, when I played, I didn't see any storylines. Maybe there were, but like I said, it was a free to play game. I wasn't asking for too much. It was just like you go in tactic wise, take care of what you need to take care of and get out of there or go to the next level. So like I said, once again, game really nice. Could not complain that much on this game at all. So what would I rate this type of game? Simple play wise, once again, I would give it probably a 3 out of 5, just because it was missing simple elements. But like I said, free to play type of game, I couldn't complain too much on it. It was made simple. I wouldn't say easy, because the game itself is not easy. It's easy kind of get confused in. Like I said, the controllers weren't set up exactly like a Call of Duty game, but it still had that type of Call of Duty feel to it. But once again, it had something I couldn't put my finger on. That's the one reason I'm rating it a 3 out of 5 for that, because it was still fun at the end of the day. It was actually, like I said, it had full of energy. I stayed on my toes the whole way through when I was actually playing this game, so I couldn't really complain. Once again, 3 out of 5. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next game. All right, so the next game that we're actually finna get ready to do is called All Points Bulletin Reloaded. This is a free-to-play game that is a pretty much shoot-'em-up online game. You can choose between being a bad guy or a good guy. If you're a good guy, you're part of pretty much a lead, is a vigilante lead through the police, pretty much is what it is. It's so many things wrong with this right now, and I want to actually get to that point. At first, you know how normally a person will give you the good, the bad, and the ugly? Well, right now I'm giving you the straight ugly. One thing I noticed about this straight off back, which annoyed the hell out of me, and I'm sorry, but I gotta talk about it. I really gotta talk about this. So many things that actually bothered me about this game alone was a simple fact that rendering sucked ass in in this game. Mind you, this is an online game, but it took so long for things to render out in this game that I literally thought that's how they were in the game. Vehicles. The skin on a vehicle took so long to render out. The CSA on the back of my character, in which literally was just a generated character I just picked out of a loop just to play this game, once again would not render. I think it took until almost towards the end of the game when it rendered out. The vehicles rarely rendered out. If you weren't driving them, they seemed pretty okay at first. But the thing was that a lot of things was wrong with this game. It was like it was trying to go into the direction of a Grand Theft Auto / superhero type game. You could do that with some type of mods. But the issue that I have here is that this would be a failure in all types of ways. Mind you, shooting is uncomfortable. Driving a vehicle is really uncomfortable in this game. Trying to figure out what you really have to do in this game is odd in itself. How hurt characters look after you already made them is just not a good feel at all for a game. I was running around for probably the first 10 minutes trying to figure out what would I need to do. Even with markers being shown, it takes you to 12 different spots. It's way too many things happening at one time that are going on in this game for you to even be able to figure out what to do. If you accidentally kill a good person, you always hear, oh, you know, even though you have the power to do this and that, you still shouldn't do it. And I'm just like, yeah, but the car driving sucks so bad. I couldn't even control accidentally hitting a person, you know, in the game, in which I didn't want to do. It's just the anarchy and craziness in this game. Like I said, it fits the bill, and I know playing as a bad guy probably is more rewarding than playing with a good guy, just because there's not a lot of things that you can just straight up do in this game that you should be able to do. Like I said, the funny thing to me is gunfights break out everywhere. It's more realistic in that factor, but just the simple fact that this game is poorly did all the way around is just no excuse. Like I said, terrible rendering, trying to figure out who is who, even with the CSA on their back. This game is shit. Like, it's just the worst of the worst quality of shit that it should be. And I would actually tell you not to even waste your time downloading this game. That's how bad this game is. Like I said, storyline, when you get into the game, is everywhere. You have people who, you know, you go through, you could buy, sell, and all of that stuff. But it's still confusing because you have to run around doing things that aren't action-packed at the beginning that makes no sense with what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I kind of wish this game started off with a story and then let you kind of go into your own thing, but this game honestly needs a lot more love and care than I think it will never get, just basically because of how terrible this game is. Now mind you, people do actually play this game. Maybe people who just don't have the money, but people do actually play this game who, like I said, for whatever reason may not have money, or maybe be going through money issues but have an internet connection and are able to hop on. But like I said, this game is not good at all. So that's one thing that I would definitely tell you guys about this. All Points Bulletin Reloaded is not a good game. I give this game literally a -5 stars. That is a fucking -5 stars. All right, let's get to the other one because I've talked on this video way too long. All right, the last game that we're actually going to talk about today is called Defense 2050. This game right here, I actually am not gonna lie, wasn't expecting it to be a nice game, mind you, after playing All Points Bulletin first, but I actually can say that you have some ugly looking characters in this game. I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. As you can see, some characters look like it's all good, but one thing that I actually thought about this game was I played this game before, and it had me thinking, damn, I played this game on the PlayStation 3 back in the day. Now mind you, it has gotten a little better. I'm not gonna say it's been great, but honestly, this game plays better than what I expected it to. Yes, it was buggy still. The bugs have not changed, but the action was a little bit smoother. The reaction time, I should say, was a lot more smoother. You didn't have villains just respawning back to back like they were on the PlayStation 3. it was really bad, mind you, when I said that. But on here, it was actually set up pretty nice. I actually liked it. It actually has for a free game, it has a storyline that actually plays through. Of course, you're going on a lot of help missions and stuff like that, and you're trying to find, I think, what, if I'm not mistaken, something that's called the Ark, or pieces of the Ark. And like I said, the setup for it's actually pretty nice. You can pick what species or race that you want to be, the gender, what class you want to be as well. It has everything set up for like a shooter slash RPG that I can actually say. So I can't really like complain, besides it being hella buggy at times. Going down hills, sometimes you end up sliding if you don't know what you're doing. Like in that case, that's more of my fault on this part, but not knowing about transferring from vehicle to vehicle, or like I said, it's something you think you're gonna grasp on. No, it's actually pretty good for you to actually learn this game out and actually get a feel of everything you need to do bit by bit before you actually get ready to go into a battle. That's one thing I learned the hard way, but like I said, once again, that's on me, not the game. So I would actually give this game, out of all the other games that I have played, honestly, for free-to-play games. Now mind you, I know some folks are gonna say, what, this game is shit, or what, this game's okay, why did you give it a 4 out of 5? Mind you, this is only my review for free-to-play games. It stood close. It had a system behind it. The only thing was that it was just really buggy. I didn't have to worry about rendering issues or anything like that like I normally would in a free-to-play game. They're actually a massive online type game. I saw other players in this game. We did not team up. Everybody was doing their own thing, and it wasn't really a problem. Like, I just was trying to play it to actually get a feel of what it was and what the storyline was about, and it actually played that part well, even when it came to, you know, designing my character and everything else. Like, everything in this game was actually pretty much smooth. Now mind you, I could drop it down to a 3 if I was gonna be picky on the graphics, but I'm more of a person who plays a game not just for graphics. Graphics is a like 0.5 in my book. So I guess what I do, because I know some folks are probably going to complain about that, is drop it down to a 3.5 just to make that fair. But out of all the games I played for these reviews, this was actually, sadly enough, one of the best games that I actually played. Once again, buggy. All of them had bugs in it, but for the most part, it played well. Storylines and cutscenes actually cut to when you actually needed it. It didn't really make sense for it to be a online type game, definitely for it to be free to play, but it still made sense. So I didn't actually crucify it for that, because it just didn't make sense for whatever weird reason. It really didn't make sense for me to give it a bad rating. Like I said, I'm not kissing up to this. I'm not sponsored by, you know, people who made this game, or they didn't pay me off. I honestly felt that way out of my own personal opinion. All of these things that I'm doing are my personal opinion, and I hope that you guys can actually understand that. If you don't, oh well. Let's just carry on and keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully you guys actually understand. There's some games out there that are not so good that people like or enjoy for whatever weird reasons, but it's still not a good game at the end of the day. This game right here has bad parts in it, but for the most part, the storyline, I can't say is sealed tight, but for the most part, that it actually has a storyline, and the storyline is fair. It's just that you're doing a lot of repeating. That's what I'm actually giving it hits on more than anything else. And the bug itself. So like I said, a 3.5 is actually fair enough for this game, because it actually still plays very well. Characters that you actually interact in, strengths and weaknesses that you have to work on with your character, decisions you have to make. So I actually give this game a 3 out of 5, in which I think is a fair enough rating for a free-to-play game. Once again, free-to-play. A lot of these games, I don't think there will be a free-to-play game, honestly, on this channel. And I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a free-to-play game at this moment where because I don't count microtransactions or anything like that. I don't think that there's no type of game on this channel that could get a straight clean 5 without there being some type of issue. So with that being said, this is your boy, That Black Oni. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, like, comment down below, and whatever else that you might like to do. If you also want to just have a shout out for something or do anything like that, or maybe even support my channel, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what's good. Send me questions. Maybe you have a debate on something. that we can debate about. Like I said, once again, if I'm going to bring the podcast back this way instead of leaving it on BitChute, I would like for you guys to actually let me know what's good on that. But for the most part, I'm thinking about letting it stay on there, but just doing little game debates here and there for this. Now, mind you, my game debates or what I think are my personal opinions, just like your personal opinions are. But there's certain things that we also have to base the music on, and that is facts. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a good one. This is your boy, That Black On It, signing out in 3, 2, 1.